Yes, yes, you are indeed first. Hello, hello, Galactic. Just grabbing my stupid thing. I love this stupid notification. I might start posting what my like Twitch notifications are in the Discord. One, to save them, and two, so y'all could just see how hilarious I am. I have self-confidence today, and my self-confidence goes to the fact that I am hilarious. I'll never die. And this one's the funniest because it's just time for Portal for Gay Men. Yeah, but I feel like sometimes everyone needs to be reminded that I am the funniest motherfucker. You know? Sometimes I think people forget. And that's just not gonna do. That's just not gonna do. Also, next Wispcraft stream, I have something to reveal. So yippee. So how are you doing, Galactic? You ready for me to actually not choose chaos for once? You ready for me to follow rules and follow... You should tell me only me anyways. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. If you could figure out how to fix Bikubot for me... /J, I don't even think I can fix it right now. I have no idea how Bikubot works. Me neither! But for some reason, it has stopped connecting to OBS. Oh right, that reminds me, I'm gonna test something while we're sitting here.
This is a test.
It should still be working. I've been wanting to look into Welcome Home. Like, TikTok has violently introduced me to it as well. And I'm this close to actually, like, going through it and looking at it. Part of me is waiting for, like, one of my, like... For some of the, like... What's the word? YouTubers who go through ARGs. I'm waiting for them to go through it so I can just very easily just watch their stuff. It's just easier for me. I have very small brain. Alright. I'm gonna turn the music off so we can have a nice, good... Yes, we could! We both have experience in ARGs. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off so we can have a nice, clean viewing experience. Let me go back to this. Let me go to studio mode. And feel free to tell me if you think my PNG tuber shouldn't be on screen for this. I've currently got it on screen because I'm like, you know what? Why not? I haven't done PNG tuber in a few streams. Oh, I know Nightmind. All right. So I left myself here. I left myself here because this is where I basically said in Discord. Yeah, I set the clock twice, and the game was very nice to me. So next time I open the game, I'm gonna set it to 10:01 because that is my favorite time. Fun fact. So let's go. All right, y'all ready? Ooh, maybe I should turn up the audio some. That should work. Perfect. Okay, and I do have subtitles on, by the way. I turned that on the second I got the chance to, so everyone can see. Alright, cool. Once we get in, we'll see how it actually looks, but for now, I do think it's okay. Alright. Y'all ready? Does everything sound good so far? Shut the fuck up, Persona 5. It's not your turn. Shh. I want you to know I just aggressively slapped my phone while shushing it. The end is never near. The end is loading. The end is...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No, fuck you, Galactic.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Oh.
And Stanley was happy.
Mood. Alright.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Yay.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
I can't
Something
be
he would
changed.
never quite forget.
It can't be changed.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Alright. So my plan is for me to, at least the first way through, to go with this following orders. I'm not choosing chaos yet. I just want to see what happens if I follow orders, because I never see anyone follow orders. Everyone always does something chaotic. So I'm gonna follow orders. This is gonna be nice. This is gonna be chill. I'm going to listen to the narrator, and I'm not going to be chaos the first chance I get.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nothing has happened to Void. What are you talking about? Everything is fine. Look at this
Yet
meeting
there was
room.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fair enough. Is it upstairs or downstairs?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Thanks,
boss's
narrator.
office.
This is the...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I do think I've seen Dan do this, but this was not the first thing he did. The first thing he did was cause chaos.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest,
Wow,
as though he
feels
felt
emotion.
more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to
Oh,
him?
narrator, are you
This
trying to fear
question
me?
would not go unanswered for long.
Are you trying to free me so I can be chaotic?
Stanley
Not gonna
walked straight
work.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Hey guys, what's that? I can't read. I can't read.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes.
Now
Turn
the
on the
monitors
cameras.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, this one's mine, right? 427? Huh. Wow. I couldn't care less.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Probably.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Sometimes
it was
being
unthinkable.
under someone else's
Wasn't
control
it?
is good.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
Sometimes
entire
it's
life
better for your
utterly
thoughts.
blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Sometimes being blind is
Controls
okay.
labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Hello,
And as the
Natsuki.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the
button.
controls once and for all.
Huh. That's a button. Oh, I can't press it. Can't really read that all that well. Or that. Off! Uh-oh. Did I mess up?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Yay!
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized
none of this
mattered to him.
Yeah, none of this
For
matters.
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
Freedom.
but happiness.
No, freedom.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Sure,
No
sure,
longer
sure,
would
sure.
anyone tell him where to go,
Freedom?
what to do, or how to feel.
Freedom?
Whatever life he lives, it will be
Let me out.
his. And that was
Let
all
me
he
jump!
needed
I
to
don't
know.
care, I want to
It
jump!
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Okay,
Stanley
can I
stepped
leave yet?
through the open door.
Can I leave yet? Can I leave through the darkness yet? Thank you.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Aggressively
of
trying to
liberation,
get through the door.
The immense possibility of the new path before
Wow,
him.
isn't this wonderful?
This was exactly the way,
Would be
right
better
now,
under control.
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wonderful play. Wonderful, wonderful. Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. No. That's all it took. Wow, this was a very short game. Oh no. Why am I here? Again? Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Huh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Sorry.
Stanley went around touching every
Yes.
little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
Yeah, that's
lounge
exactly
first,
what I want.
just to admire it.
Wow. This
Yes,
is nice.
truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Alright, I'm just gonna sit
Stanley
here.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm just gonna... I'll be right back, guys. Y'all enjoy this wonderful, beautiful meeting room. I'll be back. I'm gonna go.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Alright.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room
Oh, well,
bordered
now
on
I'm being
creepy
spiteful.
and reflected poorly on his overall
Oh, now I'm being
personality.
spiteful.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Rude. I was just about to leave through the door, too. Fuck you.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wow, does anyone hear anything? I'm just going through all these cool doors.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, What? Really?
Yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are
No.
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
Okay, I've
prove
seen it.
Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay, one
Give me a
chance.
chance.
One chance. I've seen what you can show me. It's not beautiful enough.
Now listen carefully, this is
Okay.
important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door? That's the door? Do we go through the red door? Oh, okay. Do we go through the red door, guys? Come on, be the little chaos. Be chaos or order. Up to you guys. Do y'all know what order is? Yeah. No wonder voice so crazy. We can't eat the doors. I mean, we can't eat the doors. That's not necessarily how this game works. Do we go through the red or the blue? I'm leaning towards red because he's trying to get. I'm trying to give him a chance, you know. I can respect a guy who wants order. No munch munch bad game. Maybe there's munch munch later. Also, oh wait, blue bucket, bucket. Red trolley. Cool. Obviously, this has a matching thing, so we're gonna go this way.
Thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
This is very drab.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
You stuck me in this box.
We would both be so
You
much
put me in a
happier
box.
if we just
Get me out of this box. Okay.
stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay. This is very creepy. Is this gonna reset?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Yeah, what is this?
Here. Yes.
Oh, this is so
it's
pretty.
Beautiful, isn't
Oh
it?
my goodness.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I've never seen this. Oh, this is so beautiful. I'm gonna collect above my head. Is this still a bad game? Oh, look at these. Still a bad game? Look at how beautiful, how calm this is. If I can eat it, I'll allow it. Good luck trying to eat light. This is so nice. See, this is what order can bring you all. Calm, quiet, beautiful. This is very calming. I actually want to stay here. This is a wonderful screensaver. Blue some red. They almost look like eyes. How do I get the two calmest endings like back after back? You see, this is what happens when we allow calm to overtake us. Nice, relaxing. You're not bored. Who knows, but it's nice. Look at how pretty that is. I could zone out to this. I really could. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I turned my DPI all the way up for that. Do we want to see what the next, if there will be a next color? Or do we want to see if Mr. Narrator will let us out of here? Oh, back to this. Okay. Color. It's the same stuff as earlier. Oh, this looks different.
No, wait. Where are you going?
What? I just wanted to explore. What is this?
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh! Do we go up the stairs? He sounds so scared for us. He's known us for 2 resets. Well, 1 reset and then this. I just want to go to the stairs. I'm not going to hurt myself.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh no, this is leading to... Nope, okay, we're going back down the stairs. Yeah, I can already tell where this is going. I'm going back into the pretty room.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Oh. Okay. I did not expect him to sound so panicked. I genuinely didn't expect him to sound so panicked. I think this is the exact ending that my friend Stanley was warning me about earlier. I really do think it is. And it is the second one I've done. God damn it. How do I manage this? I complete the game regularly, and then I just go, We'll listen this time, and we get here, and now it's time for the ending that I was explicitly, vaguely warned about. Alright, I do think we literally have to go through this ending if we want to continue playing.
No!
Sorry.
What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
I just want to see. Aren't you ready for the next one?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Give me another exit, narrator, and we won't have to. I will hold this man hostage until...
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Oh. I can never leave this ending. I can never leave this ending. I genuinely do not want to hurt him. I don't think I have it in me to hurt him. He's like if you took GLaDOS and gave him the whininess of Wheatley. Sometimes if things don't give you an option, you make them give you an option. Oh, you know. Sometimes if they won't give you another option, you make an option. Always keep the control in your hands. Always. Alright, he's not giving me another option. We're gonna go jump now. This is gonna pain me, but I'm literally bored to death. I don't want to do this, narrator. I really don't. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. Alright, chat, look away. Is everyone looking away? Good. Gonna wait another second. Okay.
No!
Damn.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
You
okay.
lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Oh. Okay. I'm not moving as fast as I was before.
There. See? This is what you want.
Yeah.
This is where we can both be happy. We really can.
I'm
If
bored.
we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Okay. But I'm bored. I'm really, really, really bored. How long do I have to sit here before he gives me more options? Do I just have to go back and try and kill myself again, this time land on my head instead of my legs? Whoop, sounds like I have my option.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Give me another option.
No.
Yep.
No, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Well, this is what happened when you tried to convince me before. And you put me in the most boring room known to man. Give me another option. You see, I would love to just listen. Well, you're right. The whole game is around just not listening. But some gamers can listen. But if you don't give them options, they'll do reckless things.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
I don't have enough stimuli. I need more stimuli. Also, he is so whiny. Like, men who whine. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I'll go back to the room one last time just to hear what he has to say.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I'm bored! I'm not happy to begin with! Alright. Do we give up on this place? Do we go jump one more time? This time actually land on our heads? I'm bored and in pain, but mostly bored. I'm bored.
Perhaps not.
Oh. Oh, you can hear all the love just drained out of his voice. I'm bored. I'm tired.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
No, I just want to go to the next
room.
room.
You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I hate it here. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. I hate it when people do this to me. Like, genuinely, this shit annoys me. Well, when you say it like that... Final words, narrator? Anything to convince me. If you gave me another door, I wouldn't have to do this. Goodbye.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
I want to get along, but you trapped me in a room. You won't give me another door.
Looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
I did want to make a choice.
Well, this one is yours.
Ugh. He literally sounds so defeated. I regret this ending immediately. The temptation I have to completely restart the game just so I don't have to go through this ending. Because I really don't want to. I don't know about the rest of us, but I really don't like the idea of trying to kill myself multiple times. Hi, thank you for following Sultry Process. Welcome. I'm debating whether or not to just completely begin the game again just to avoid this ending, because I actually hate this ending with a burning passion right now. Because, believe it or not, I don't like trying to kill myself over and over and over again. How are you doing today? Alright. Galactic, since you're here responding, what do you think? Do we just begin, or do I just power through this ending? And this poor, whiny man who sounds so pathetic. But what do you think I should do? It is. That is why I'm giving you all the choice. I don't know what's gonna make me more comfortable. There's that little completionist inside of my brain that's like, haha, complete. But there's that other side of me that genuinely can't stand to hear him like this, and also is literally hating having to climb up the stairs and jump again and again and again. Yeah, I might come back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Do you think there's another one out here that's awaiting input?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I have found a puzzle. We will solve a puzzle. Input received. So there's got to be another one up ahead, right?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on my right. Let's
This
go.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Do we take the door on our left this time, or do we keep going? Do we take the door? Door.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I mean, yes, we could. Or... Big red button! Button.
But Stanley didn't want to go back
Nope.
to the office. He wanted to wander about and
Yep.
get even further off track.
Yep.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay, but what if I don't want to go left? What if I want to go, like, right? Or back? Or garage door? Okay, we're going left.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Fuck you! Let me go left! I no longer want to go right.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I am a feral
So,
creature,
down,
pacing
right,
my
left,
cage.
down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
You sure? Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Gotcha.
Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No! Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I close that door on myself? I did! I can close my own doors. Where's it this time? Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Where is it? Hello.
When Stanley... Wait.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh, that's because
No,
the ending never stopped.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Yay!
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, well, I can't go over this one. Hey, guys! Is it just me, or does this look like the back rooms? Does this look like the back rooms to anyone else? Is this the back rooms? Oh, I genuinely think this might be the back rooms. I'm already lost.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Yeah, I know.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey,
Okay,
narrator.
yeah, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
No.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Okay.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Guys, do you think I broke something? Do you think I've ruined his story?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Around the
No,
world.
wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
This was the... Okay. I don't think this is right either.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so
We're in a
good
weird
job.
building now.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Okay, Romeo.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
That's yellow.
All right, I've got a solution.
Okay.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Cool, it's a line. I don't think the adventure ever went that way before. Do y'all remember the adventure ever going this way? Okay. But what if I don't want to go this way? Oh, well, that's, I guess the room in here is still fucky-wucky, so... Guess the new adventure does go this way.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Yes.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay, so... Uh-huh! What the hell? Hi, thank you for following Inevitable X-Spec. Welcome. How you doing? I'm just sitting here vibing to the music and being very concerned. Yeah? Are you also concerned about the liminal space? I think it stopped, so we're safe now. Da, da, da.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Alright, are y'all remembering the fern for me? Y'all remember the fern? Alright. Y'all remember the fern, right? It's by 2 windows, there's 2 chairs in here, 2 boxes, 1 painting, a clock, 1, 2, 3 lights. I cannot jump. I already tried. Oh, it really
Wait,
doesn't.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I don't think the line listens. Well, line, we're looking for the Stanley Parable. You know the story. Does it ring a bell? Me, I don't think the line's gonna listen to the. And then I turned the corner, and it is the room. It listened a little too well. You know how like artists will draw the line as like part of the narrator? No, the line is more like a like either a petty friend or like like a petty animal like Pascal from Tangled, or like it's just a very petty child. One of those three things. All of them are petty. I'm leaning towards pet though.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Nope. Do I have to follow the line again? Hi. He's not even saying anything this time. Is he broken?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line.
the
What's it ever
line?
done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Sure.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Did I pay attention? Hello, welcome, Jax Mix.
Now,
Welcome
yes,
to
this is exciting. Just
Void.
me and Stanley forging a new path,
Yeah,
a new story.
path.
Well, it could be
New
anything.
story.
What do you want our story to be?
Gay?
Go wild.
Gay.
Use your imagination. Whatever
Gay.
it might be, Stanley, I'm
Gay.
ready for it.
Gay. Gay. Gay.
Oh, no, not you again.
It broke
Stanley,
in.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Agreed.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just
Agreed.
don't acknowledge it, and we should be
It
fine.
TM. Its pronouns are it TM.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Can we make it gay?
How important, we mustn't squander
make
the
it gay?
opportunity. In fact,
But
I
what
believe
about
I need a
gay?
minute to think here.
Okay.
Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
I was gonna do
so
that
I
anyway.
know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that
I'm bored, I'm
somewhere,
going this
the
way.
place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse
Sure,
door's
yeah.
origin.
I'm
so
going in
starting
reverse.
from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
But what if the
Another
left?
victory for
What if
logic.
the left will lead us where
Come,
we're going?
Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Fun fact: this is what all of my dreams feel like. Things like this. This is pretty much Stanley Parable is what my dreams feel like. And that's why I don't say I have nightmares, because all my nightmares are this, and they don't feel bad enough to be nightmares. Okay. Oh, the confusion ending.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
After
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say
I
in
want to
all
read
of
that.
this?
Fine.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah, we won't. We'll just keep playing.
And the timer stopped.
Stop.
Does that mean, did we do it?
We broke
Did
the
we break the
style.
cycle?
Yeah.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Oh, chair.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Can it be
I'm
gay?
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey.
Can it be
Though
gay?
They're always saying that life is about the journey and
Can it be
not the
gay?
destination. So I hope that's where we are
Can the
right
journey
now.
be gay?
We'll find out, won't we?
Can the journey be
Eventually.
gay?
Well,
Can it be
in
gay,
the
though?
meantime, if you...
Well, I think I asked him if he can be gay too many times. This?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Follow through with the doors are there. Okay.
When Stanley came to a
Go
set
through
of
the left.
two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, we went left this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hold on, I'm watching this very useful thing. Yeah. Cool. Where's the other body types? Okay, that is completely... Ooh, wait. Okay, now this point is just charts, and I don't care about charts. Ooh, broom closet. I don't think this was here previously.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. Okay, do we get the broom closet ending since we're right here? Or do we just go back on track to make sure we're not getting in the confusion ending? Guys, do you ever think that Stanley doesn't... Guys! Guys! Why? Oh my god, all of you! Do you ever think Stanley doesn't want to be in the closet anymore? Do you ever think he came out and wants to stay out? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a wonder Void does anything. Okay. Pause it. I'm closing it too.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
No, that
just
was
an
fine. That
empty
was
broom
fine.
closet. No
It was
reason
funny.
to still be here.
No, that was fucking hilarious. If you think that was too far, you missed when I made an abortion joke and miscarriage joke. Yeah, no, it's incredibly hilarious.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the
You're
broom
being
closet. He
homophobic.
wasn't even doing anything. At
You're
least if there was
being
something to interact with,
homophobic.
he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
You're being homophobic. Hello, cat. Pet, 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 pet.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because you're homophobic.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Closet. You're being homophobic. You wouldn't let our story be
This
gay.
is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
Why
I
did you
hope
type
your
it like
friends
that?
find this concerning.
Okay, no. My friends won't find this concerning because they're the ones who told me to do
Stanley
it.
was fat and ugly and really stupid. He
Oh.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how
Oh.
stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh. He's being mean.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Sure.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby
I'm playing with
so as to
headphones.
ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
I'm not
It's
human.
indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Well, you heard him. I have to go find another person. Do you think the ending is ended now? Do you think I can actually continue now? I can only get so sad. Okay. Y'all ready? Is everyone ready for me to leave the closet? Can I come out again? Can I come into the out now? Jax, just because you're in the closet doesn't mean I have to be in the closet too. Sorry, Jax. You bite, I bite back. That's how it works. Galactic, I'm about to message you something. My love has been lost. How dare you? I called Jax out. I've made Jax hate me. He no longer loves me. I totally didn't just get messaged on Steam. Oh, holy shit. Hi, monkey. Hi. Thank you for the raid. Holy shit. I was just sitting here messaging someone something really quick. Hi, hello. For those who aren't from the raid, follow Dan. He's great. Hi Dan. Hi Raiders. Hi Lego. Hi everyone. He said he had to raid and run. That's fair. Yeah, I don't think non mods can do it. I don't have you modded in here yet. There we go. 2 of them. But yeah, hi. Welcome everyone. Let me just finish. All right. Just in time to tell Boyd to never leave the closet. No, please tell me to leave the closet. I've already been insulted and proclaimed dead. I have been insulted and proclaimed dead already. Oh yeah, thanks Stream Elements for reminding me about my own merch shop that I sometimes forget exists. Thanks, Tolly. See, at least someone will accept me, guys. I'm leaving the closet.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who
I'm
came
the same
before you.
person, asshole.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
As a fuck you, we're going downstairs. Oh, what does that say? Can't really read it all that well, but that is a cool-ass drawing. See, this is what happens when we leave the closet. We can see cool things, you know?
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
That's
he
what
might
I'm
be
afraid of.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying, and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Right, yeah, the
Stanley
truth
simply
is
deceiving
more
himself,
confusing,
believing
though.
that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Oh my god.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Wow. Nope, I'm not okay. I'm...
Stanley began screaming.
Yeah, that's fair.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Yeah,
I am
this is
real.
weird.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Oh,
And everything went black.
Yeah, cool. I realize if I right-click, I can also move forward.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel
So how's everyone
better.
doing while we just
Then
wait
she
for him to
remembered the
continue
meeting
this?
she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Alright, hold on. So how's everyone doing? Doing good. The fixation on welcome home has evolved, and I'm now trying to make an OC. You know what? Fair enough.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and
Okay,
guidance
you
from
don't have
others.
to call me
So
out.
the thought of total solitude was terrifying to
Okay,
him.
fuck you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We'll go up there this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Bathroom. To be rich isn't a crime. To commit crimes isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Okay, so they're saying rich people are criminals. Got it. Uh-huh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
sleep well
desperate
if
for
you sleep,
clues
Jack.
to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random
we're gonna
buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, we're gonna go to the exit this time. Like the escape. Alrighty. Huh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh! Okay! I'm fine with this. I'm pretending I can't hear you this time.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
No,
on track.
I've been through this already.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
There we go. This is what I want. Yummy. You want to see me die? You want to see me do it again? This is like the stairs, but worse. You want to see me die? Let's go! Wow, this is like Portal. Oh, I'm not dead. Okay, I'm in a bucket.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was
Yay.
inched closer and closer to his demise, he
Yay.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I don't
Stanley can't
care.
see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye. Oh, cool.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Oh.
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
It
killing
happens.
him instantly.
Oh. Or not. Thanks.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ah, iterations. Interesting. What happened to no life rights, guys? My life rights don't seem very stolen yet. Ooh, I like this one. Pokemon. Pokemon. One and five are Pokemon. This is like a cute Pokemon, like Skitty or Togepi. This is like Skitty or Togepi or something, like a cute Pokemon. And then this is like a Geodude or like a Zubat or something. Like a cave Pokemon. Can't tell me otherwise. Yeah. What? Huh. I'm very concerned about Warzone. I kind of wish I got to go through that. That would be really cool. How do you take boxing gloves on? Huh. I would love the narrator to read all of these. Oh. Huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh! Final warning! There's a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons in this world than humans. Thanks and goodbye. Question brought forth from the intense passion of my soul. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? I don't... Why? How? Will the game feature capybaras? Quackster. Quackster! Or Quakester? Quakester. I like that better. Pixel 6. Dear narrator. Dear narrator, how do you stay in shape? Michaels of Rock Martin. No, your name says Pixel 5th. But sure. I need life. Oh. Dink dunk gay. Are you okay? Cool. Yeah, it's a very boring lounge. Huh. Oh, you also wanted us to fall to our death. Got it. Huh. Interesting. Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Not ready to leave yet, I don't think. We're gonna go back this way. Meeting room. The confusion ending. I have that song stuck in my head. Song that I see on TikTok when it's anything Welcome Home related.
Take this easy on you.
Okay. Did anyone else hear that? Was I crazy for a second there? Please tell me someone else heard that. Right, like you heard a voice? Because I heard a voice. Yeah, look what I have. Look what I have now, Galactic. Look what I have. You're not the only one now. I went and bought it. Yeah, it was very quick. Yeah. Look what I have. Look what I have. We're communicating. Hear ye. Look what I have. For those who don't know, I'm just sitting here sending Popcat at Galactic on Steam. There we go. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, well, lounge. Huh.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible? Now look closer, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you have even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Red button.
Okay. That's what I heard, I think. 'Cause I think I walked too close to it and I heard him speak. I think that's what we heard. Which is hilarious. That scared me. Oh yeah, this. Okay, yeah, we're back at the end. Huh. Okay, we'll go there soon. I'm not done exploring. Hi, thank you for following a fire dap. Welcome. How are you doing? Is today a good day, I hope? Alright, let's go to the exit now. Let's go, team. Oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Uh-huh.
Can you see? Can you see how much
Yeah,
they need
I
one
can.
another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
No, I can see it.
But
Okay.
listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Huh. Interesting. She was speaking directly to the player, too. Hmm. is not the same office. This is not the same office. This is a different office. This is not the same. This is not the same. Takes me directly
When
to...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do we enter the one on our left, or do we go to the right? Do we actually... do we listen to him? Or do we ignore him? What do y'all think? Listen or ignore? Ignore. Of course you choose ignore. Listen, oh my god. Okay, well, I have one for ignore, one for listen. Okay, well, we need a tiebreaker. Anyone want to be our tiebreaker? Which we like. I say follow it. He is appealing to the autism right now. He is appealing to the autism. Yeah, but we saw in the curator's place, the path isn't straight anyway. I'm gonna listen to him this time because I like this man. And I want to find a different way to break him this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage...
I wanted to find a different way to break him. And I have...
I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I will. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Do we keep walking upstairs or do we change our mind and go back downstairs? I think that'll lead us back to death. Yeah, that's gonna lead us back to the crazy Stanley ending. So we'll keep going. Hey, what's this? Oh my god, a way out. Oh my god, a way out. Oh my god, a way out, guys. Oh my god, is he singing? He is! Oh my god, guys, he's singing. Hold on, I'm gonna turn down the music some more. See if I can make him louder. Oh, he's singing with me! Oh my god, we're singing! Guys, he's singing with me! Yeah, me too. Do you think they just let, like, the narrator's VH sort of listen to this and do what he wanted? I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Is this ever gonna end? Okay, that finally in. Am I back here? I pressed down! Huh. What? No, I don't think it did. Let's try going up. Cause like what we sat there for like 10 minutes. Oh my god, he's whispering Stanley at me sometimes. Okay, I'm done with the elevator ending. I'm done with the elevator ending. Him whispering Stanley is so homosexual. I mean, you're right.
The moment he entered his
2845,
manager's office,
right?
Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Okay, fuck
so
you.
He relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I have anxiety. Let me go. Come on, continue the story. Continue your story. Is this what you wanted? Did you want to continue your story? Don't you want to do your story? Come on, let's do your story. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Soothed and rejuvenated.
So let's do your story. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's
Stanley
go.
calmly walked forward.
Okay.
Into
Come
the
on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
passageway.
Yep. I'm not waiting. Him. Be calm. Me. Running around screaming as loud as I can. I could always go back up if I wanted.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, I think we'll go this time. But we're gonna do something different this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We're gonna do something different this time.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Also, when I click when I click and there's nothing for me to interact with, it literally just makes like keyboard noise. If, despite adherence to protocol, an employee leaves the office during work hours and a system lock has failed, you must terminate. Please note that employee the test case. While the need for protocol to may seem need not apply in the events. Is that 432? I think so. I think it says 432, right? It's really hard for me to read. What if I'm missing something at one of the other stations? I'm gonna go back. I'm solving this. What's this one? $528. I can't see it all that well. Oh, I can't go back. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Can I go upsy daisies?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Hold on.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Can I press buttons? Can I press buttons? Button. 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 Ooh, buttons. Do you know where 3 is? That's 5. Have y'all seen 3? Okay. Maybe I have to turn the facility power back on. And then go from there, maybe. Alright, you want to see me turn... You want me to see me light this bitch up?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place
I don't
and
feel
to
like
everything it stood for.
I enjoy the control.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the
I
controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all
Yes.
these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes!
Oh,
That's all I've ever
Stanley,
wanted.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Perfect.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
This is all I wanted.
This is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I...
Okay, fuck. Do y'all think it's not... I did 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it have to be 4... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34
Oh, fuck. That's how we do it.
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Really?
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? I went quiet for a moment trying to, like, fix things. Okay.
On trees.
Nothing I do will
Oh,
stop
dear
this
me,
ending.
what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Oh, like
Take a
every
look
other
at the clock,
dictator.
Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
not
30
struggling
seconds until a
anymore.
big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
God damn it.
Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Wow, didn't even actually wait. Okay, what's next? Hold on, I'm being called for. One moment. Alright, sorry, I was helping my housemate.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Huh. Okay, which ending is this? Hey, new content!
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content. This feels like Portal. Where's my portal gun? Where's your portal gun when you need it?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is there a button I have to press?
Is it broken? What's going on here?
Okay, well, I'm glad we have the same thoughts.
Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
You think I'm in charge of this?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh. Huh. I only have a certain amount of jumps, huh? Okay. I'm not using them all up.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Oh, we're not going to use up all of our jumps just in case we need them later.
Oh, yes. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Apparently.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
He's so whiny. He's so whiny and sassy and just petty. Love him.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh, he didn't really give me much of a choice. That doesn't seem very friend-like to me. Huh. Wrong office, narrator. Wrong office. Oh, narrator.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh. Narrator, are you physical? Because that is an actual wrench. Down here? Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Okay.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
This is kind of gay. It's like an old church, but off.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Uh-huh. Shapes. I can't believe I'm getting more and more attached to this man. I did not need this. I was already attached to him because of TikTok, but now I'm extra attached to him. I'll never get that one. Oh, fair. Oh, there's that ending. You enjoyed that ending? You motherfucker. Aww.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created.
Persona
It was
3!
Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all...
Persona 3. That is a very interesting game to also be. Well, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe was Persona 5 Royal released on PC.
of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Person of the Year, thanks. I want that tie, actually.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
Yeah,
It just needed to be
missing
left
coworker
alone,
scenario.
to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
We're gonna find some more horrible, hilarious theme reviews.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
I don't think you're preachy.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well,
I
to be
think you're
honest,
silly.
I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I don't know what that means.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Aww.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Alright, I've told... Sparing the use of words abrupt. Okay, got it. Thank you. I know I'm a bit of a moron sometimes. Here's another one.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
Oh no, this is
I
the
wish there
skip
was a
ending.
skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Okay.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't want a skip button though. I don't want this.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so...
Okay. That's fair. Welcome back.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Okay, can I leave now?
Of course. I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by
Okay.
making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given
Okay,
your
you've
great
lost
gift
me.
of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel.
Is it bad that I actually do enjoy listening to him talk? Like, I'm just enjoying listening to him speak. It's fun.
That is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history,
But I
if
know
you
this
will.
is probably boring.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in
Oh
repeated
God, it's gonna be
succession
this.
until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Oh my
It is an
God.
unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I can't tell if this is a...
Treatise,
no! I did not mean to do that. I can't tell if this is an Ivor or a Soren thing. I was playing Minecraft Story Mode again last night for Jax. And I can't tell if this is more of an Ivor thing or more of a Soren thing. But either way... You want to just sit here and listen to it? Okay. Like, you actually want to sit here and just listen to it? See how long it goes? Until it drives me crazy,
Manifesto.
sure. Alright.
Treatise, manifesto.
I'm just gonna sit here and
Treatise,
snack, I guess.
manifesto. Treatise, 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 manifesto.
How long until neither of
Treatise,
these words
manifesto.
sound real anymore?
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Okay.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I need to end
Treatise,
soon so I can go to bed.
manifesto.
Actually, so I can work on
Treatise,
more things than go to bed.
manifesto. Treatise,
Oh,
manifesto.
that voice line is totally aloof from here.
Treatise, manifesto.
Yeah.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
There's still
Treatise,
words to me, but...
manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Alright, we'll go.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, Surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the
Oh my
phoenix of
God.
quality.
Really? He's done. He's not talking. Okay.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
I've been talking
Wasn't
to him in
there a door that
keyboard.
led into
I've been
this
talking
room?
to him in keyboard,
I
trying to
do
tell him the
feel
door was
quite
gone.
certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
I'm doing it.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna press the skip button now.
Stanley!
Hi!
Stanley,
back.
please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12. Wow.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as petulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it.
If I
Surely
couldn't
you'll press that button again.
if I could stay
and
here, I
surely you'll
would.
put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me at... Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
My phone is dying. Hold on, y'all just get to sit here in silence with the narrator. Narrator. Alright, let's go to the button again.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've
That's
had
gay.
so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
Oh my God.
Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known.
Why am I just
It was a
listening to
space
him
without
whine about
consequence,
everything?
without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being.
That's
I
good.
saw that I could allow myself to exist
Yeah,
along
many
all
wine.
timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being.
Do you want to know 3
It was
characters who I
incredible.
think could be
The
friends?
spaciousness, the
We're-
equanimity of the
He's
moment.
still talking,
both
but I'm gonna talk
singular
over him
and
because I'm
infinite.
cooler.
For the longest time, this
1 second.
is the story of a man.
All right.
My experience. And then this moment
3
passed,
characters
and
I
the
think
most
could be
unyielding
best
fear
friends.
I have
Either
ever
best friends or
known
hate
crept
each other.
into
I
my
haven't
mind.
decided yet.
And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever
4
expected was
characters. I've
possible.
changed my mind.
I
4
have been waiting for
characters.
you. Not that you might save me or
Stanley?
do something to fix it, but merely to state
Shell.
for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I
Gordon
wish you to feel
from
afraid
Half-Life.
as I do, that perhaps
and the
one day
character who I
this
don't
state
actually
of
know the
mind
name
will
of from
consume you as
Superliminal.
well. Perhaps you will somehow, in
Those
some way,
4
have to live as I
would
do
be
now,
friends,
and I wish
or at
for you
least
to
have a
know how
mostly silent
excruciating it is, and
protagonist
for you to be in
who
true
goes through
terror of its eventual arrival. If
unmistakable
I can
horrors.
Only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the dark.
Because, like, as I've said, Stanley Parable is for gay men what Portal is for women. It's Portal for men. Half-Life is just mwah, Half-Life. I need to continue playing Half-Life 2. But I'm gonna be honest, some of the older games, it's harder to tell what your direction is meant to be. Hold on, I'm checking something. When did Portal 2 release? Oh, okay. Got it. Portal 2 released 2011. Stanley Parable 1 released 2013. Yeah, Stanley Parable is just Portal for men. Alright, let me turn the narrator up again.
This
Is he done talking? I guess so. He's not talking anymore. I guess he finally gave up.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world.
I'm back.
As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse.
Oh, he's back to quiet again. Just want a way out. That's all I want.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
Water.
is never the end, 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 is never the end,
Water.
is never the end, 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 is never the end.
How many years have I been standing here? This is leaking like crazy. But it's not flooded, which means I haven't been standing here long enough. Okay, well that's broken. My fun little area's gone. And I have no narrator. What am I supposed to do without a narrator? What am I meant to do? Sunlight! The narrator's probably dead by now. And I live on. Light! Maybe I'll meet Chell this way. Green! Greenery! Colors! Colors! Bird noises! Things! Cat, I will eat your little face. Oh. Forward! Oh, it's all dead again. That's horrifying. Can I go forward again? I'm giving the cats love. She's in my lap. Oh. A way out. Oh, yeah, this place is ruined. Does it still work? Guess not. The end is never the end, 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 is never the end. What happened to water? There was water here. It's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end. Never the end, is 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 never the end. Is never the end, 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 is never the end. Alright, that was that one. Okay. Alright, that is my sign. It's time to end the stream. Stream ending. Let me play you fuckers some music. Alrighty. That was fun. The end is never the end. I say we find someone to raid really quick. Oh shit, that's my old coworker. Okay, one of the people I know, Ray, he's playing The Last of Us Part 1. We can always raid Shades for Shades again. He's playing Minecraft. Anyone y'all may want to raid? Well, let's look and see. Well, do y'all want to go to The Last of Us? Like I said, Ray's playing The Last of Us currently. Alright, cool. We'll go to Ray then. Actually, I can't even remember if that's actually his name. Yeah, we'll go to Dark. Come on, let's go to Dark. Raid, and then we go to Dark Samurai. Alright. Yeah, he's playing The Last of Us Part 1. I actually haven't played this in a while myself. Y'all know the things. Raid message for those who are going to actively partake and say a raid message. The raid message is, the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Just as many times as you want to do that, I can type it for you. Alright, this is what we're sending. This is what we're gonna send to him, okay? The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Just take that, and that is our raid message. Alright. I will see you all later. Enjoy!